On tonight's episode, the Strokes announce a date for a new album.
The White Stripes call it quits.
And a special look at the Nautic's new music video premiere.
Welcome to Music Fusion Fridays here on KBVR. I'm Maya Holmes.
And I'm Brittany Wooten.
And we're the Blonde Bombshells.
Here to give you your weekly music news.
Last Saturday, the Aladdin Theater in Portland was host to the 23rd Annual Winter Folk, a large show of local and national folk performers. The show serves as a benefit for Sisters of the Road Cafe, a local nonprofit that provides food and comfort to the homeless. According to Kevin Friedman of Oregon Live, this year's headlining artist was Tracy Grammer, who made a name for herself while living in Portland in the late 90s. Other performers included Grammy-winning fingerpicker Doug Smith, who made his third festival appearance, and Beth Wood, who made her Winterfolk debut. Utah Phillips, a folk legend who had been in the face of Winterfolk for 15 years, passed away in 2008, and as a tribute to his memory, his son Duncan performed a selection with Kate McLeod. Duncan is also in the process of releasing an album of his father's songs. Judging from this year's success, it looks like the Winterfolk just keeps getting better and better each year.
Last Friday, Portland witnessed the first ever Contrast. The free audio-visual event featured the practice production work of talented local electronic music and motion graphics producers, including Krita, Cloudburst, Sleepyhead, and more. That evening, Ziba Auditorium hosted a night of audio-visual electronic music with VJs, as well as electronic musicians from the event creator's own music label, Nueva Forma. According to Elias Foley of Oregon Music News, Contrast is a chance for Portland to expand how we consume electronic music, pushing beyond the dance club and focusing attention on this underrepresented genre in our local music scene. Contrast isn't just a much-needed performance of underrepresented electronic music, it's also a bold and exciting step forward in development within the local electronic music scene for fans, producers, and more.
Adding to the growing success of Bend's First Friday Art Walks is the new Night Under the Covers, a musical event that shares the calendar with First Friday and takes place in downtown Bend at Tart Bistro. During each Night Under the Covers event, a dozen or so mostly local acts play 3 to 4 songs from a popular artist. Stage time is shared among a diverse range of musicians from acoustic and electric, big and small, who all get to pay tribute to a particular band or genre each month. According to Aaron Brandt of Oregon Music News, February's Fourth Friday show theme was Motown Super Freaks and featured local artists covering music from The Temptations, Supremes, Jackson 5, and many others. Future artists to be covered include Nirvana in March, an encore Beatles night in April, and Neil Young in May. The Night Under the Covers series also helps people in the community by benefiting Icon City, a Bend nonprofit organization that uses dynamic, creative events to encourage the public to serve and fund the caregiving services of organizations of Central Oregon. Selected shows are also recorded for benefit albums for local nonprofits. Covers for a Cause is the most recent of these benefit albums and is being given away with a $5 or more donation to selected nonprofits like the Kids Center or the Cascade School of Music. Night Under the Covers is always looking to connect and involve new talent, so check them out on Facebook and learn more about their upcoming events and get your name in the creative pool.
Fernando Visconti took a year-long sabbatical from music, and his friends never would have guessed it'd be to do property taxes. According to Matthew Singer of Willamette Week, the 41-year-old singer, musician, and yes, tax consultant has been one of Portland's brightest songwriting talents for over a decade. Visconti had taken breaks before, but this time the mental hardships of living as an artist had finally broken him. So in 2008, instead of putting the new material he'd been working on as an official record, Visconti decided to offer it exclusively through his website and spent the next year writing and focusing on his day job. But it's hard to keep a guy who's been playing and performing half his life shackled to a desk for very long. Thanks to some prodding from the likes of musician-engineer Luther Russell and REM guitarist Peter Buck, Visconti decided not only to formally issue his 7th record, True Instigator, but to dedicate 2011 to touring behind it. Visconti released True Instigator last week, so be sure to look for it. Well, we've got to go touch up these roots.
But we'll be back with Blonder Bombshells after the break.
Mom! Mom!
What?
You can't find Ichabod.
What? You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
How's it going? Hey, Mark. It's going pretty good. Locals Live coming along? Yep. We got everything set up. We're about to roll. Coming up on 6 o'clock. All right. Cool. So yeah, you can head downstairs. I got things covered. All right. Thanks, James. All right. See you later.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did? Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
You may not know it, but there is a booming electronic music scene in Bend, complete with some of the region's best DJs. Last Saturday night, the Midtown Ballroom was filled with local DJs and promoters throwing a show called Quarantine, which featured a sample of Bend's electronic musicians, as well as 2 emerging European acts making their first U.S. appearance, Cottonmouth and RoboCop. According to Mike Bookie of The Source Weekly, Quarantine used one of the most high-end and sizable sound systems you're likely to see in an indoor music venue in Central Oregon, and musicgoers were not disappointed with the resulting sound. Oliver Jones, a local on the show list, has been DJing for more than a decade, and for the past 4 years he's been doing so out of Bend as part of the local electronic music collective Slipmat Science, the force that's behind much of the drum and bass, techno, and other electronic sounds heard in the area for the past 9 years. Also spinning at the show were DJs Project, Els, Harlow, and Rada. It's thought the reason more music fans are including DJ-created sounds along with the live band shows they attend is due to the number of growing subgenres of electronic music. Styles like dubstep have brought in hip-hop fans and others who are captivated by the low-end blasts of bass and are looking for a refreshing change from the repetitive techno of the late 1990s. This music scene is definitely one worth checking out, and Bend is the place to do it.
Sunbeam, which is brought to you by local producer-engineer Brian Hall, is Portland's latest offering in the Baroque pop boutique of Oregon's indie folk scene. According to Chris Young of Oregon Music News, Sunbeam emulates influences from Cat Stevens, Nick Drake, and the Zombies. The new 6-piece band takes over the White Eagle Saloon at McMiniman's every Monday in the month of February, and they've got some stellar players lined up to join them on stage. A man of many musical talents, Mike Kuykendall of She and Him, will cover his favorite songs on Valentine's Day, and the Parson Redheads with Old Light will be sure to close out the February series with a bang. All shows are free and open to those over 21 at 8:30 p.m. every Monday.
All generations were able to appreciate the melded music of a certain young fiddler and her experienced guitarist counterpart as they came to Corvallis last Friday. The duo of 15-year-old fiddle extraordinaire Tatiana Hargreaves and Portland-based bluegrass guitarist Scott Law came together rather unexpectedly about 3 years ago. According to Tyler Hansen of the Gazette-Times, Hargreaves was only in middle school and Law was in his early 40s when the two met during a jam session. Ever since then, the pair has been in a musical partnership. Hargreaves, who is currently a sophomore at Crescent Valley High School and the 2009 winner of the prestigious Appalachian String Band Festival, has a fiddle style that is distinctly more traditional than one would expect from such a young musician. With his steel string guitar, Law's forte is bluegrass, but his ability to cross over into a number of genres has helped the young Hargreaves to venture into different territories and play a variety of newer music. The pair played their first show on February 4th at the First Presbyterian Church, followed by a second show at the Axe and Fiddle in Cottage Grove the next day.
The much sought-after Orange String Quartet performed the next chapter of the chamber music Corvallis season. According to the Gazette-Times, the German foursome played last Wednesday night, February 9th, at the LaSalle Stewart Center on the Oregon State University campus. The group is comprised of Matthias Lingenfelder and Jens Opperman on violin, Stuart Eaton on viola, and Andreas Arndt on violoncello. Their Corvallis program included the works of Beethoven, Franz Joseph Haydn, and Brahms. The Aron group was mentored by the Amadeus Quartet and has for several years mentored others at the Music Academy in Detmold, Germany, where they are professors of chamber music. If you would like to learn more, you can go to www.violins.org. We'll see you right after the break.
Hurry back!
Metal cone! Metal cone! Let's go! Hurry! Metal cone! Metal cone! Metal cone! Metal cone! Metal cone!
Dude, why is your mom driving us to MetalCon?
Remember when I bought us all snowboards on that credit card and never paid it back? Well, I guess they check that stuff out when you apply for a car loan.
Afterwards, we'll all go out for ice cream.
Don't let your credit put you in a bad place. Go to controlyourcredit.gov.
Welcome to Locals Live on KBVR Channel 26 or KBVRTV.com. We have a pretty interesting show tonight.
This is really happening right now.
Explore new worlds. Read. Visit literacy.gov.
Hey guys, I'm here at Jamie's Great Hamburgers to give you an inside look at the Nautics music video premiere of Save Your Money, only on Bombshells Hit the Road.
She laughs at a joke to pay your friends. Something has changed that you don't know when. It's been that you realize.
I'm here with the Nautics outside of Bombs Away Cafe, and they're about to perform here tonight. So are you guys excited about your show tonight, your big show?
Oh yeah, we're really excited. Very excited, yeah.
Okay, so how long have you guys been together as a band?
Like 11 years, I think, right?
12.
12, see,
And
it's like an old marriage.
I've heard some rumors that there might be more than just a friendship going on here. Is that true? Maybe a family affair?
Oh yeah, we are cousins and brothers.
Yeah, that's my brother right there, and these two are our cousins.
So we just watched the premiere of the music video for Save Your Money, and so it was a good video, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You guys liked it? And so I had a question about the song. Was it written for anybody, or was that did it just happen that way?
Well,
let's be honest here.
It was written for all the pretty girls out there. Let's just say that, because they're all so great.
Oh, that's so cute.
Especially the leading lady in the video, and the waitress.
So, what can we expect from you guys in the future? Are you working on any albums or any more music videos in the works, songs, anything?
We actually just got done recording an EP in Northern California with a producer named Sylvia Massey, who's awesome, super nice lady, which we're really excited about. So.
in Weed, California. Radio
Weed,
Star
California.
Studios.
It's a nice, quaint little town. Good bed and breakfast if you're ever.
So, what else can you guys tell us about the music video? How was it like filming it? Was it fun filming it, or was it hard?
Yeah, it's tons of fun. We didn't have to do any of the work, you know. We just kind of ate French fries and went where Evan told us to go. So it was
Yeah,
fun.
we had a great team. Evan Goot, how do you pronounce it? Goot. Evan Goot, who like is an award-winning filmmaker here on campus, I guess. He did a great job. Maggie and all the KBVR team. It was really cool.
Really
and
cool.
we can't wait for you guys to see it. So.
Can't wait.
All right, well, we can't wait either, so.
Good times. Rock and roll.
All right, guys, thanks for being with us tonight, and good luck out there, and we'll see you on
thank
stage.
you.
All right, guys, that's all we have for this week, but we'll see you next week on Bombshells Hit the Road. Back to you, Maya and Brittany.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kaylee. And now let's take a look at the Nautic's new music video.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them. Beat them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad
One more
today.
time. Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys.
Real men know that getting tested is the way to take care of their families. That's why real men wear gowns. For a list of the tests you need, go to ahrq.gov.
Wow Hall was the place to be this past week as it saw not one, but two big shows grace its stage. According to Andy Valentine of the Eugene Weekly, Jackie Green and Lauren Shera, along with Marcy Playground, Acidic, and Dirty Wink, all stopped by the hall last Thursday and this Tuesday, respectively. Jackie Green, a California singer-songwriter with a rootsy, wholesome, and eclectic sound, began his music career in 2004 when he made a makeshift studio in his garage where he recorded and burned his music. Over time, he gathered enough money to release his debut album, Rusty Nails, which he did entirely on his own. Since then, Green has been touring with a variety of performers such as B.B. King, Phil Lesh, and Taj Mahal, and has also been playing major festivals like Bonnaroo and Outside Lands. His most recent release, Till the Light Comes, is a collection of soulful tunes crafted in the traditions of folk, Americana, and the blues. Marcy's Playground eponymous LP was released in 1997 and garnered significant attention and mainstream success. The album used post-grunge sounds combined with 90s pop, folk, and rock to create a completely original effect. Their album then hit the platinum market and their hit track, Sex and Candy, stayed at the #1 chart spot for 15 weeks straight. Sounds like both shows were lucky enough to have some great artists, each with a style all their own.
According to Ernest Yasmin of the News Tribune, members of the Northwest Convergence Zone plan to launch a 24-hour online music station later this month. Co-founder Daryl Fortune, who launched the popular weekly Northwest Convergence Zone podcast in 2009, says that his crew will have nwczradio.com up and running by next week. Fortune said, quote, "We just put up a fan page today. We're going to play exclusively independent Northwest artists," end quote. Fortune says that the main reason to launch this is the consistent emails coming in saying, "We love what you do, we love these bands," but there's nowhere to hear them unless you go to a show. The podcast, which is hosted by Fortune, Big Wheel Stunt Show drummer Justin Gimps, and Voxy Vallejo, has mostly focused on South Sound music. But Fortune says the new music stream will feature talent from all over Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and even British Columbia.
It's time to get what you really want when it comes to choosing performing artists, and the organizers at the Broadway Center, located in Tacoma, are interested in hearing what you have to say. According to Ernest Jasmine of the News Tribune, the center is asking for patron input on shaping their 2011 to 2012 season, and they are encouraging people to take their annual Your Theaters, You Decide survey. Among the headliners being considered for the upcoming year are musical acts B.B. King, Feist, and Gaelic Storm, comedians Louis Black and Wanda Sykes, and a variety of other musical, movie, and dance troupes. As stated from the Broadway Center's official website, it is recognized for its leadership in presenting world-class performing artists and for providing one of the largest performing arts education programs in Washington State. So let your voice be heard and let the Broadway Center know what you want to see.
More than 2 years in the making and 5 years since their 2006 album titled First Impression of Earth, the Strokes have finally announced a date for their next record. According to Oregon Music News, the album titled Angles will drop first March 21st via Rough Trade Records in the UK and March 22nd via RCA Records in the US. The first single, titled Under Cover of Darkness, which has a dancey vibe reminiscent to their earlier material, will start airing on radio this month. Now that the album is done, the band is happily back together and rearing to get out on the road. Spring tour dates haven't been announced yet, but we know the band will be down to Indio to headline Coachella on April 17th. So let's cross our fingers for a Portland date.
It's a sad time for fans of the White Stripes. As of last week, it has been officially announced that the band is no more. According to the New Zealand website Stuff, the rock duo of Jack White and Meg White stated that for many reasons, they are splitting up and will make no further new recordings or perform live. The last recordings by the White Stripes was under the live album Under the Great White Northern Lights, which was released last year. As stated on the band's website, both Meg and Jack want to thank their fans and admirers for the incredible support they have given through the 13+ years of the White Stripes' career. They also said that Third Man Records will continue to put out unreleased live and studio recordings from the White Stripes in their Vault subscription record club, as well as through regular channels. Just because the band is through, though, it doesn't mean you can't still enjoy their tremendous body of work and all the great hits that they've created.
Well, that's all the music news we have for you today, but stay tuned for Locals Live and more music videos.
See you next week!